What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the lounge. Welcome back to the Hardcore Casuals channel. Austin, joined by Brady, as always. Brady, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good, Austin. You know, I've been on it a little bit.
It's been a little bit.
Finally, get back to recording. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of blame for that. I had surgery at the end of last month, so that kind of set me back more than I was expecting. I thought I'd really only be out of commission for like a week, but it took me out for 2. And then the last 2 weeks I've just been all over the place and busy as hell. But with that month, what have you been playing?
Besides the normal live service stuff I usually play with multiplayer, probably the game I probably sunk the most time into, especially in the last couple weeks, is Tomodachi Life: Living the Dream on the Nintendo Switch 2. I think Nintendo Switch as well. I probably put over 15. I feel like I put 15 hours into it, maybe more.
Nice.
And I've been having a great time with that one. It's like very low effort in its gameplay, but it's just fun creating your Miis.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing what the combinations and how you throw them into the playground and you just see what they're gonna do.
So is that more like Animal Crossing or more like Sims type?
I think it's more like Sims. It's much more. The biggest like the double-edged sword I think with this game, that it goes as far as you creatively put into it.
Okay.
So like if you're creating like it depends on what type of Miis you're putting in, either like based off like family, friends, celebrities, fictional characters, etc. So it depends what type of character you can make up this, as far as I know, 70 Miis in this.
Good God.
So yeah, you can. It's more character focused with the Miis.
Okay.
Well, Animal Crossing is much more like decorating how you want your island.
Yeah.
Where this game's not. It doesn't feel as like customizable your island, your type of thing. Like it's more into the characters and the interactions with it.
Okay. Interesting. This is not what I would have thought, but all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anything else aside from that in the live services, or is that it?
Not really. I've been trying to watch like more sports and more like I've been watching more NBA stuff recently, more movies and television. Not gaming as hard as like earlier into the year.
Yeah, it's been a little slow-ish. I mean, I don't know. I say that I'm still behind on new releases. I haven't gotten around to Pragmata or Mouse PI yet. I'm hoping to get to them before First Light comes out at the end of the month, but we shall see. Yeah, it's the end of May.
And Saros came out.
Yeah, Saros is out today as of recording this. That's.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'll get to that one eventually. It's not as high on my list just because it's not something I normally play.
Yeah.
But it does look really good. I do want to try it. I'm hoping to get around to it. But my goal was to beat more games this year than I did last year because I looked at my Game of the Year list. I think I only beat 3 games on my Game of the Year list. Now, granted, there's some games on there that can't be beat, like Rivals, Mario Kart, and Arc Raiders, but I still had a lot of games on there that I haven't beat Expedition yet. I never got around and finished Hell is Us, Skate Story. There's a lot.
I need to look at the calendar because I'm just like coming up before like James Bond. Like I don't really know exactly what's like
mixtapes in a couple
big
weeks.
Thing for me. Oh fuck.
Yeah. I think it's the 15th.
I will be there for mixtape.
That's another one I want to get. That's high on my list. But yeah, I think I'm with you. I've been watching a lot more stuff than playing. I did go on a big Resident Evil kick there for a minute. I think the last time we recorded was like right after we finished Requiem and did that review. And after that, I hopped straight into Resident Evil 2 and beat that. I've started Resident Evil 3. It's my least favorite so far. I'm not super far in. I think I just got to the sewers, so I'm only at like the second area. But it feels more action-y than survival horror, which isn't a bad thing. It's just not what I was expecting for a Resident Evil game. And I don't like Carlos. like at all. so that's kind of holding me back. But what is her name? Is it Jill? No.
Jill, right?
Yeah, Jill. Her I do
Paycheck?
like. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll get back to that most likely and beat it just because they're so short. I'll have to go
Yeah, I think this
get to it at some point.
pretty sure this one is historically like one of the shortest.
Is it?
Too,
Okay.
as well.
Well, that's reassuring then. So then
Because I
I'll
remember that being
power
like a
through
big
and finish
complaint
it.
back in was like it's kind of shortish compared to like 2.
2 even wasn't that long. I think I beat 2 in. Well, I guess if you combine both stories, I beat it in maybe like 12 hours. But even still, that's not. I wouldn't say that's long by any means. And then watched Invincible. Loved that.
Yes,
Season
sir.
4 was great.
Was very good.
I've started Mandalorian this week because I got 3 seasons to get through in about 3 weeks.
You haven't watched any of it?
Nope.
I still haven't seen season 3.
Yeah,
But,
I'm halfway through season 1 at the moment.
Okay.
So, but enjoying that. Love Star Wars. And then I've just been all over the place with games. I picked up WWE 2K26. I haven't actually played any matches yet. Everything I've done has just been in the creative suites with characters and arenas. And there's a lot of small things that they've added this year that are really cool. Like I haven't messed with it, so I don't know how it works yet. But there's a setting in your create a moveset where you can create an entire sequence for your character when it's just like AI versus AI, and it's like up to a 10 move sequence, and I think you can have 6 different sequences on one character. So it seems super in depth into that aspect. With the creative show, you can have multiple arenas and multiple referees assigned to it. They gave you an intro song and an intro video. I tested it. I don't hear the intro song, and the intro videos are usually just loops, so those are kind of meh, kind of useless, but that's one I'll probably be sinking more time into. I've restarted Persona 5 Royal. I'm going to go for a platinum run because I only got a few trophies left for that. And then just Rivals, daily, or almost daily. There's about 2 weeks left in actually a week and a half left in season 7, which is crazy because it felt like season 6 went for so much longer, but they're both just 8 weeks long. So I don't know what the hell that was. Haven't played much of Black Cat. Not my type of character. She also is super complex. She's got 12 different abilities, and it works on like a buying rate. You earn coins as you defeat and damage enemies, and certain abilities cost X amount of coins. So super complicated, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to mess with her. I don't know if she's one I'll really deep dive into, to be completely honest. It's a little too complicated for me.
Yeah, I remember hearing about Black Cat and how she has a shit ton of abilities type things.
Yeah, she's got a fucking strange portal. She can turn invisible. I'm trying to remember all of them. But I'm not going to. But
yeah, I really hope that game doesn't really deal with power creep type of thing. But I don't know if this type of game needs to be balanced as hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? Because for the most part, everyone's a superhero, so everyone's going to be OP, at least a little bit. But if everyone's OP, no one's really OP. Everyone's counterable. I think Black Panther is one of the lower picked heroes recently, but still a good Black Panther will fuck you up. It does not matter. But yeah, it's kind of where I've been game wise, TV wise. But we got a decent amount to talk about since we've been gone for so long. So I guess
Absolutely. Yeah.
we should probably
Let's get into it.
Yeah. First one we're going to talk about, Xbox is updating its Game Pass prices. This is over from the Xbox Wire. This was last week, I believe, or maybe last Tuesday. So starting today, Game Pass Ultimate drops from $29.99 a month to $22.99 a month. PC Game Pass will also drop from $16.49 to $13.99 a month. Prices may vary by region. Beginning this year, future Call of Duty titles won't join Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass at launch. New Call of Duty titles will be added to the Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass during the following holiday season. It says in parentheses about a year later. While existing Call of Duty titles already in the library will continue to be available. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers will continue to have access to hundreds of games on the Xbox console and PC, including current Call of Duty titles, in-game benefits, other console or online console multiplayer, unlimited Xbox cloud gaming, and major day one releases. You can find more details on Game Pass Ultimate, Premium, Essential, and PC game plans here, and manage your account here. It says our players cover a wide breadth of geographies.
Yeah, that looks like a typo.
Yeah, I don't know if that D's supposed to be there or not. Geographies, preferences, and taste. So while there isn't a single model that fits for everyone, this change responds to a lot of feedback we've gotten so far. We'll continue to listen and learn. Thank you for being a part of the Xbox community. On that last paragraph, I should have added something. There's another story where there's rumors that this isn't the only change coming to Xbox Game Pass from what it sounds like. It sounds like they're going to kind of do a kind of like a make your bundle type of deal, I guess would be the best way to word it. I don't know how true that is or what the pricing on like that would look like. I'd be very curious to what it would range to. But regardless, with what we have now, very good news. Game Pass, $30 a month is a lot. That's half a game. You're paying for a game every 2 months.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, if you're playing everything on Game Pass, then it's still a great deal. But that's still pricey.
Yeah, there's two big stories basically out of this one story. Like the pricing news and also the Call of Duty news, like as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, with the price drop, also with some of the like if you're someone that plays Fortnite, I know they have Fortnite crew in there. If you're a Riot, people that play the Riot games like League of Legends or Valorant, like I do, and get access to all the characters and champions with this Game Pass Ultimate. Like with the price going down and also those stuff I believe are still there.
I think they are at the moment.
They're still there at the moment. This is only good news for Game Pass and
100%.
Right now.
I'm curious if it will go down more with as they list here, major day one releases. And I could be wrong, I don't think you can keep those on Game Pass as day one releases. I think you have to go the Call of Duty route and add them like 6 months to a year later. Because you lose so much in sales, especially if you're going to go back to exclusivity, like they've talked about monitoring. They haven't said for sure, but obviously there's been discussions about it. There's been a lot that's happened with Xbox over this last month. I was kind of trying to decide if we would just lump it all in with here or if I wanted to put multiple things. But... Because, we've got this. There was the discussions of them stepping back from AI, reevaluating exclusivity, stepping away from the Microsoft name, kind of, sort of. Yeah. I mean, they're still obviously owned by Microsoft, but they're changing from Microsoft Gaming to Xbox Gaming, which seems small, but I feel like the less you have Microsoft kind of on this, the better, because it feels like the Xbox team is getting more control in this last month, which is great for Asha. Whether this is her doing or just Xbox is kind of reactionary by being where they're at, who knows? Would this last month look the same if Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond were still there? Probably not, but we can't say for sure, because this seems like I know she's like the head of Xbox, but that's a lot to happen in just a month you have to assume some of these things have been talked about for a while for them to change so quickly. But not to take anything away from Asha.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. Like so far, like, no one. I don't think anyone can say anything bad about Asha and what she's done. Granted, we're still in the honeymoon period.
Right.
Like, we can't. In my opinion, you can't really judge Asha's tenure at Xbox until the next console.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Project Helix is going to be a big. I think it's going to put a big spotlight on Asha on how that is handled.
100%. And yeah, I do think that some of this stuff, like the rumor going around was that people weren't behind Sarah Bonner's idea of what Xbox should be, and Xbox be anything's an Xbox. It's any device that can connect to the internet. A lot of people, Microsoft and Xbox, apparently weren't very big fans of it.
And they have since killed it.
They since killed it.
Yep.
Like, I don't know how long these type of things go, like, behind the scenes. But so far, like, this looks like a team that finally, like, they know what their message is.
It seems like it, for sure. Like, they're getting closer to a more concise message on what they want to do. Like, they've bunch of small things changing from Microsoft to Xbox Gaming. You've changed very slightly their logo. Even their emails, I saw, I don't know if that was yesterday or today, where they went from Microsoft to Xbox. Like, it's all these small changes, but looking at them from the outside with kind of a different scope in comparison to what's happened over the last decade and a half or so, they all seem like good, like they're leading to bigger and better changes.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they're invoked, like, when you look at the brand and like the marketing and all the brand between the Xbox One, Series X, and S, like the last two generations, it's kind of the same. Like, it's kind of just been like one thing just keeps moving. But now it looks like with all the logo changes and like the way they're talking, it looks like they're trying to invoke that Xbox 360 feeling. And I think we'll see if it works. I don't know.
I hope so. I'm not an Xbox player, but that's not necessarily like because I don't like Xbox. It's just I had a PlayStation growing up, so everything kind of converted easier for me. The only Xbox we had kept getting the red ring of death, so I kind of gave up on them after the 360 era. But hopefully they can bounce back, and hopefully Project Helix ends up being really, really good. I might pick it up if I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. It's. I think it'll definitely be more expensive than anything else. I think they should put out a SKU that's just a console and doesn't have any PC connections. I feel like that should be an option. Would probably be a really good idea, especially to cut the price, because I'd imagine a lot of that PC stuff is what's going to jack your prices up, on top of just RAM being so difficult to get right now. But yes, hopefully Xbox continues to move in the upward trajectory we've seen in this last month.
We need the good news. We need that good news.
Well, good news is we have more good news. This is surprisingly a positive, like, slate of news, all things considered. We don't have any layoffs to talk about. No one's being sued. No one's gotten fired. No scandals. So the next story is over on PCGamer.com. It's written by Fraser Brown. It says Pearl Abyss has paid its employees a $5 million bonus after Crimson Desert reaches $5 million in sales. Crimson Desert's been having a moment. On April 15th, it hit 5 million sales, and last week, the Prime Minister of South Korea celebrated the achievement, calling it, quote, a new chapter in K content, end quote. To top it all off, Pearl Abyss paid its employees a $5 million bonus, or around $3,400.
5 million won bonus.
Oh, won bonus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought I was weird. I was like, $5 million bonus. That's very generous.
Well, I assumed like 5 million in total after it was spread out. is how I was reading it, but yeah, I could see.
That makes so much more sense.
But it might just be the currency conversion. I'm not sure what that conversion rate would be, but yes, it says around 3.4 thousand. This was reported yesterday by Digital Today, and Pearl Abyss has confirmed the payout. I've also asked the company to confirm its current staff, and it says according to an earnings presentation from November, has around 1,300 employees, which would make the total bonus paid 6.6 billion won, or 4.5 million. Quote, I express deep respect and gratitude for the hard work of each and every one of you who created a result the world is enthusiastic about. End quote. Pearl Abyss CEO. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this name. It looks like Jen Young Ho, but I don't know if that's correct. It says, told staff, quote, and I will pay a congratulations bonus for reaching 5 million sales to all employees who quietly fulfilled their roles and their respective positions. So yeah, not really like a huge news story, but I feel like we've had so many bad news stories recently about devs and layoffs that it's nice to see the other side every now and then, especially since it doesn't seem like it's happening often right now. But yeah, it also sounds like they've been super hard at work. It seems like a lot of the problems that people have at launch have been fixed. I have not checked out Crimson Desert. Did you check this out at all?
I did not check out Crimson Desert. It's just like it just seemed like such a commitment at the time. Like it's like 100-hour game, man. I'm just like, I don't know if I have that in me at the moment.
Yeah, that's kind of
big, vast open world.
This is one, if I check it out, it'll probably be closer to the end of the year after I've kind of gone through everything else, because it's one I feel like I want to try for sure. I would love if PlayStation would put like a 2-hour trial on PlayStation Plus or something, so I would know. But yeah, I mean, everything about the game looks interesting. I mean, there's so much to do, but maybe one day. But yes, congrats to them. Congrats to that team on 5 million sales. And congrats to Pearl Abyss for not being a shitty employer. That's
how you treat. This is how you treat your devs, guys. This is how you do it. When they do good, you give them a raise.
Yes, like, you don't lay them off.
You don't actually just say, "Hey, we're done with you."
It's like, "Oh, you guys did great. Go home forever."
Yeah, go home.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hi-Fi Rush was great, guys, but go home.
Yep. Close the studio. Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So next one's a little confusing, because there's conflicting reports. It's about the leaked, possibly canceled, or upcoming Insomniac Venom game. This is over on... Oh, I took the link, so I don't remember. It's not on here. Oh, I went out of order, too. That's fine. This is on Eurogamer. This is written by Victoria Kennedy. It says, Insomniac reportedly once had an idea for a Venom-centric DLC for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, as well as a spin-off game starring the aggressive symbiote. But it's claimed these plans changed following the death of actor Tony Todd. Speaking on the Love It Film podcast recently, Spider-Man 2's Miles Morales actor Najee Jeter claimed developer Insomniac once had more content planned for Venom. Excuse me. Quote, we were going to have a Venom game, we were going to drop a Venom game and a Venom DLC, but we lost Tony Todd, Jeter said. Todd, of course, lent his ominous vocal stylings to Marvel Spider-Man's 2 aggressive symbiote before his passing in 2024. Quote, they showed me how everything was going to be, Jeter continued. It was going to be a Venom video game. Y'all played the Venom playthrough, right? It was just going to be a Venom video game. Excuse me. Notably, when Insomniac released its Spider-Man 2 New Game Plus update in March 2024, the studio accidentally gave players access to a development menu. While this hiccup was soon fixed, players still managed to unearth content which was not in the base game, suggesting it was either cut ahead of the release or was set aside for DLC. Among other things, there was mention of being able to free roam as MJ, young Peter, and Venom. Following Jeter's claims, however, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier has weighed in on the conversation, writing in a Reset Era thread titled "Leaked Venom Game by Insomniac Canceled due to the passing of Tony Todd." Schreier simply posted, quote, "This isn't true," end quote. Does that mean there was never a Venom video game in development by Insomniac, or that there is a Venom game in the works but it hasn't been canceled? It's currently unclear. Meanwhile, in this same thread, another user said, quote, "This runs contradictory to what was being discussed at GDC," end quote. As a reminder, the month before Tony Todd's death, Insomniac confirmed it had no additional story content planned for Marvel Spider-Man 2. Eurogamer has asked Sony for clarification on any Venom plans Insomniac may have. Insomniac is currently working on Wolverine. So yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, very confusing, but yeah, definitely interesting of what Insomniac's doing over there.
I feel like if we were going to get a Venom game, we would have got it already. Because when was Spider-Man 2?
23?
Yes, end of 23.
Yeah.
And
all 2.5 years since then.
Yeah. And I feel like if it was going to be a more Miles Morales type of game, which I would assume that would be, I don't think you make a 20-hour Venom game. I could be wrong, but I would doubt it. Because, and how do you? I don't know how you would make the Venom game even as long as Miles. It'd be super interesting because, like, obviously you've got that one piece in Spider-Man 2, and that's great.
Yeah.
But if that's what I'm doing for 8 hours, that's gonna get super. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they can make it work. If they were going to do it, it sounds like they might be still doing it, or maybe that this isn't true is the reason that it was canceled. Maybe it got canceled for something else. Schreier's comment could be to so many different things. Unless they canceled it and maybe brought it back. I don't know. I don't know if that's something studios do often.
Yeah, I don't believe... I simply just don't believe in the theory that, because sadly the voice actors passed, they would cancel it. That's not how the gaming industry works. At the movie industry, it's different. In the gaming industry, I don't think that's how... Like, there's millions... I don't think that's how they would do... I think they would end up recasting, honestly. But, yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious if we'll eventually ever hear what happened to this. I feel like my theory right now is we heard about Wolverine in 2021.
Yes.
We're in 2026, and we are getting the game this year.
Yes.
As far as things are going. I'm curious if Insomniac was working on both these projects and Wolverine being in the chamber for as long as it has been. They pulled everyone off of Venom or whatever the fuck they were doing then. Mm-hmm. And maybe just sticking to, let's get Wolverine out and then we'll do it. I don't know.
I mean, I can see that.
That's my theory right now.
Yeah, they would have been working on 3 projects at the time because Spider-Man 2 wasn't even out yet, so they were... When did Miles Morales come out? Was that 21?
It launched with the PS5.
So then 20, right?
Yeah.
Because I think... Didn't we get... Wolverine got announced with something else. Insomniac had 2 trailers when that got announced.
Yeah, it was Spider-Man 2.
Was it 2? Okay, so those 2 were the ones that were announced at the same time. So then, yeah, and then if they were doing the Venom thing, well, they might not have started working on it if it did start as the DLC that this says. Which, side note, there was so much we could have done with Spider-Man 2 DLC, and we never did it. And I'm assuming a lot of that is because of the hack that they had, the data mine, years ago. And that sucks, because I feel like we got a lot of loose ends in that game that are just now probably not going to ever be tied up. One of them being Venom and Carnage. But it is what it is. Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What if it's I doubt it's a PS6 launch title, right?
No, I don't think so. I think if this is still being worked on, I would say that it's probably done. We get it next year, and Spider-Man 3 is probably a PS6 launch. Because I would assume the PS6 isn't next year, but what year are we in? It's 2026, so 2028. And I would assume if they follow the same thing, because we had Spider-Man 1, then Miles Morales, and then Spider-Man 2. So if they're still working on the Venom game, we'll probably get Venom after Wolverine, and then Spider-Man 2 probably about a year later, a year or two.
If this game isn't real by 2028, it's just not happening.
Yeah, no.
Like, just assume Spider-Man 3 is coming soon.
Right. All right. Next story is over on IGN, written by Bo Moore. Take-Two CEO addresses Grand Theft Auto 6 price and the possibility for more LA Noire. Speaking at Icon today, a new conference for video game executives, Take-Two CEO Stratis Zelnick addressed the much-debated question for how much GTA 6 will cost. He declined to confirm the game's price, but hinted away from the possibility, or from the potentially super premium price point that had been floated in the past. Quote, consumers pay for the value you bring to them, and our job is to charge way, way, way less of the value delivery, Zelnick said. How you feel about something you buy is the intersection of the thing itself and what you pay for. Consumers need to feel like the thing itself is amazing, and the price they were charged was fair for what they got, end quote. He went on to mention that game pricing has actually gotten cheaper over the years, a reference to the fact that major game releases have been priced at $60 or at most $70 for more than a decade, as compared to greater rates of inflation seen in the wider economy. Quote, if you look at it through that lens, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that isn't the lens through which we look. Instead, we look at how do we deliver something amazing, and how do we make sure what people pay for it feels very reasonable, end quote. Zelnick has also said that he's, quote, terrified of the question of how to make the success of GTA, but that what he and the teams are more focused on delivering a fantastic experience than worrying about how it will perform. Quote, what we think about is making the most spectacular piece of entertainment on Earth in history, and it's a pretty daunting challenge. If we do that and we're of service to our customers, then the upside will take care of itself, end quote. That said, he did follow up with a quick quip that he does, quote, think a lot of people will be calling in sick on November 19th, end quote. Elsewhere in the talk, Zelnick gave some slim hope for fans of LA Noire that a sequel might happen one day. Quote, broadly, we're looking at doing something in the future with all of our intellectual property, he said. There's nothing to announce on LA Noire specifically, and if there were, it would be Rockstar announcing it, not me. But in any case, with regard to our legacy IP, the teams are always looking at what we have, and we're always thinking about it. The question is, at any given time, do we have a team that's passionate about working on that? So, kind of a whole lot of nothing, but still some interesting quotes.
I did love his answer. I think. Like, it's good that you want to make the best product ever. That's awesome. However, when you get asked about the question of price, and your answer isn't immediately, oh yeah, it's gonna be a premium price game, I think this fucker is gonna cost more. This thing could be $100.
See, I don't know. I don't see this costing more than Mario Kart. I think Mario Kart World was what, 80, right?
Yeah, 80. I think it is gonna be 80.
I think that is the max. Now, I assume there's going to be multiple editions of this game. Will there be edition that's 100 plus? Absolutely. I do not think the base game will be that much. I'm hopeful that it will be $69.99, the $70 price point, because we've had, 1.5 games this year that are $80, or last year, because it was Mario Kart, and then Outer Worlds tried to do it, and they got a whole bunch of shit for it, and changed it before it came out. And no one else has tried to touch that $80 price point. Now, if anyone can, without any backlash, It's going to be Rockstar and it's going to be GTA 6. So I wouldn't be too surprised, but I'm hoping it's just the 70. But I think 80 for the base is the max. I think if you go to that $100 price point range for the base game, I know I feel like that hurts you more than it helps you.
That's what I think. I remember this. Because it's all under the Take-Two banner. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, like, I'm gonna take this logic from Borderlands 4.
Okay.
I think I can see. Could this game have a couple that, like, on the 19th? It comes out on the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes out on the 16th for one of those early access.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, for
and
sure.
And that'll be like 100, 120
Yep.
or some shit.
Yeah.
That's why I think will probably happen. I think this thing's gonna be 80 though.
I think you
Like
get
base game.
probably 3 editions. You get the base edition. You get one for a little bit of GTA Online money, and then one for more online money plus early access. Would be my guess if you're doing multiple editions. I think there's only 2 editions of GTA 5, but they might change that and go 3, or they could just do 2. A premium edition for over $100, I'd say, is a guarantee, but I don't think the base hits that.
According to all rumors and reports, the marketing, people have been saying the marketing should be picking up in May. So we could hear something about GTA in the next 31, 32 days.
Here's hoping. I mean,
yeah, let's open to it. I'll be there for it. I do think it'll hit this year.
I think so too. I'm well, it sounds like you are as well, a lot more confident than a lot of people online seem to be for
100%.
some strange reason. Game got delayed one time and everyone's freaking the fuck out. But, or well, I guess technically twice, but one was an internal delay because we never got a 2025 date or year, I don't think. So, I don't count that one because internal delays happen all the time. But yeah, it was a very, very interesting. My guess is around the 70 to 80 for the base, but we shall see. Hopefully, we find out soon. What about LA Noire? Did you ever play that? You got any interest in that?
I did play some LA Noire back in the day. I liked what I played. Do I see them going back to LA Noire? Maybe. I don't know. I'd be down. Like, I feel like a good detective game would be pretty sick from Rockstar.
I feel like they don't. And this is gonna sound stupid because we're talking about GTA 6. They don't tend to, outside of GTA, revisit a lot of their old IP. Like, even Red Dead, which is their second most popular game, only has 2 games. 3, yeah.
Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah. But, like, because we haven't seen LA Noire, we haven't seen... I mean, Midnight Club got a lot in the... What was that? PS3 360 era, but we haven't seen that since.
We're not getting a Bully 2.
Yeah, I was just saying, never got Bully 2. So it's interesting to kind of reference that. Was that unprompted, or did someone ask him about that?
I think it said he was asked. Maybe.
It just said elsewhere in the talk he gave slim hope for fans of LA Noire. So maybe someone asked him about it. But if not, it seems like an... Yeah.
He said nothing specifically for it, so I'm assuming someone asked it.
Yeah, because that seems like a random thing to bring up out of nowhere. Maybe that's their 3rd most popular. I don't know. I never played LA Noire. It sounds like something I would really enjoy. I don't know if I have a way to play it, though. I don't know if there's like a PS4 version. But because I know that was the 360 and PS3 game, right?
It was.
That's what I thought. Maybe it's on classics or something. I don't know. We'll have to look for that. But yeah, just to kind of not a lot said, but a lot said at the same time type of quotes.
We're just in the GTA 6 build up. We're still in it. We're still waiting for the next big step. We'll get there eventually.
Yes. Alright, next one is over at Automation Media. This one is written by Amber V. Japanese entertainment company Toei. Am I pronouncing that right? It is Toei, right?
Toei.
Toei.
Yeah.
Okay. Has announced and established, or the establishment of its own game brand, Toei Games. The announcement was coupled by the reveal of Toei Games' new logo and a pixel art animation of Toei's signature movie opening sequence of waves crashing into rocks, commissioned from game developer Kairosoft. Best known internationally for its anime subsidiary, Toei Animation, One Piece, Dragon Ball. Toei has decided to branch out beyond television, film, and anime into the video game market. The new game brand will initially target the PC market, specifically Steam, with plans for eventual expansion to PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox. Surprisingly, Toei Games' early game lineup will not include titles based on existing IPs. The company's goal to foster brand new game IPs from scratch, created by both domestic and international developers. The projects will also leverage Toei's technology and know-how cultivated through film production. Specific informations on upcoming titles will be announced on the 24th, so that was last Friday. It says you can visit the official website here. So let's see. So I didn't see that.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's see what they got on their site. Toei Games.
Like a bunch of smaller games right now.
Yeah. Hino, Debug, and Killa. So only 3 at the moment. But regardless, good news. Always good news to have another publishing company or developer pop up. That was always good. Toei being the ones to do it is kind of interesting, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's like Toei going into the game industry makes perfect sense to me. But what really threw me back was that they're trying to make brand new IPs from scratch. I think that's interesting.
I mean,
I definitely support that. I thought this big news was pretty much just confirming more Dragon Ball One Piece games, which fine. But like, yeah, I'm interested. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you're Toei, you've already got your IPs lent out to so many people doing so many games and a lot of good games that why make more of your existing when you can make brand new stuff? So, because I mean, we got the Xenoverse 3 announcement last month or earlier this month, or the official announcement, because I think it was Project 3000 at first, or Project 1000, somewhere around there. Is what they announced it as, and then they did the Xenoverse title release like 2 weeks later. But yeah, this is cool. This is great. More games is always good. More jobs is also always good, especially with the way things have been going. So, hell yeah. Alright, next we're going to talk about PS5 DRM has been going around this week. This is over on IGN by Cade Odner. It says PlayStation has broken its silence on the drama surrounding the DRM concerns with the PS4 and PS5. Last week, reports began popping up online about a quiet but controversial new change being introduced to the PS4 and PS5. Players noticed that new game purchases had a 30-day clock that would require an online check-in in order to keep using them. Essentially, this would mean if you played your PS5 offline for over a month straight, your digital games may be rendered unplayable until you went online to authenticate its license. Naturally, this sent players into a frenzy. This was the exact kind of DRM that Sony roasted Xbox for back in 2013. Ahead of the PS4 and Xbox One's respective launches. Fans have been left to speculate over exactly what this means for PlayStation, but were left without concrete information. Thankfully, Sony has broken its silence on the matter in a statement to GameSpot. PlayStation confirmed that there is a one-time check-in to confirm the license, but beyond that, players won't experience any interruptions. Quote, players can continue to access and play their purchased games as usual, reads Sony's statement. A one-time online check is required to confirm the game's license, after which no further check-ins are required. End quote. Ultimately, it doesn't seem like this will cause too many headaches. Most games are already connected online, and when they purchase/download a digital game, they need to be connected to the internet anyway. It is believed that this check is partially done to prevent anyone from getting a refund for the game, then taking their system offline to continue using it without a valid license. And then it talks about the Xbox thing back in 2013. So yeah, it's that's what I thought was interesting anyway, is people were upset about this, because for digital games you have to be online anyway. So like, I don't know. I didn't see the point of the anger, because it's not physical games, and it's for digital games you have to do this anyway.
It's the physical media crowd getting very angry again, because like, I love physical media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I support the idea of physical media, because it's important to preserve these things in the long run, and making sure we have, like, it to preserve history. Basically, it's very important. But some of these physical media people need to chill. They just, like, I feel like I was hearing from them the most about this, where people are like, "Oh, they're doing this timer now. You're giving them an inch. You guys are cool with that? Oh, next they're gonna make sure, like, you have to be online at all times. That, like, making sure, like if you give them an inch, then you're not even gonna own the game. You're just gonna own the license, and it's like you're not even gonna own it." And I'm just like, bro, I just want to play the game.
Yeah.
Like, the memories I have with the game are gonna be with me forever. Like, it's in my mind. Like, y'all need to chill just a little bit. Like, I live in a small apartment. I don't have room for bookcases upon bookcases.
Hey, chill out. Sorry about that.
Digital media is the way I kind of want to do my stuff right now. Just because, like, bro, things are expensive. It's just easier to access type of thing. You know?
Man, I don't know if against digital is how I want to word it, but I was very much like, oh, why would I do digital? I would rather have the hard copy. And I still would rather have the hard copy. However, now it seems way more difficult to get it. I don't know if that's just a decision that the industry has made to put out less physical copies, or if there's something else happening. Because, like, I don't think I could get a regular edition. Or no, I couldn't get a steel case, I think, for Resident Evil 9 is what it was. But I think at this point, for me, I've gone almost all digital, aside from the collector's editions every now and then. But even now, at this point, about half of those don't even give you a physical game. They usually give you a digital code. But yeah, I thought this was for lack of better term, a non-issue, because like it says, you need to be connected online to play digitally downloaded games anyway. And if you're buying digitally downloaded games, you're going to be connected to the internet regardless. So I didn't see the point of the uproar. It does seem like this is very much for the piracy problem that they are talking about here. And it's something that Sony didn't come out and say themselves, but I think it's on the Reset Era link I sent you earlier this week, that the check-in has to be done after the refund period, which is like 14 days, and that's when the check-in, as long as you do the check-in after that, you're good. Sony doesn't specifically say that. I would assume that's for good reason, but that's what it sounds like this entire thing was for. Why they took 4 days to address this is also really weird, but I guess also they didn't put it out with a statement either, though. Like, people just randomly found this.
Yeah.
So I want to know how long that's been there. Because I feel like they put it out quietly. They weren't going to address it, and then everyone started freaking out. So they were like, well, I guess we should probably address this.
Yeah.
But
it just felt like the last week or so. It just felt like whenever this subject got brought up on any social media feed, it just felt like the world was fucking burning.
Oh yeah.
PlayStation's gonna take your games when you least expect it. I'm just like, what the fuck are we talking?
Yeah, that's another thing I didn't understand too. People were like, if you don't play it for 30 days, you can't play it again. It's like, no, that's not what it says.
That's not what it says.
Just
read. This country can't read.
Dude, it's so bad. You wanna know what's even more hilarious? And I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find the tweet. Because it's someone talking about that 2013 E3 thing where PlayStation roast Xbox, which IGN also addresses in here. But what no one seems to remember is that slide when they talk about not being online, it says physical only. Like, it's just for your... So they didn't even...
Oh my god.
And everyone's like, remember when they trolled them? It's like, you do realize that says physical, right? But also, I think the thing with Xbox was physical and digital needed to be connected online, or else your Xbox was just a brick. That was a totally separate problem, if I'm remembering correctly.
I thought it had to be online all the time.
Yeah. Like, to do anything, or else it was just bricked. Yeah. But, yeah, a bunch of people on the internet overreacted and made a story out of it. Yeah. No one's surprised. But good news is PlayStation's not trying to take your games away. You just got to log in one time after you buy it.
Video game company wants you to play the video games on their video game console so they can make money.
What a crazy theory.
Crazy.
All right. Our last story for today is probably the worst kept secret in video games before they officially announced it. But this was last Thursday. Ubisoft finally confirms and announces Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. This is over on PlayStation blog because I couldn't find anyone else who talked about like the actual release. Everything else is videos or deep dives. So we're over on the PlayStation blog, written by Corey Botherson. Says it's really been 13 years since we took privateer turned pirate and assassin Edward Kenway across the seas. Assassin's Creed Black Flag remains one of the series' most treasured titles, so whether you're familiar with it, swashbuckling exploits, or new fish to its depths, Ubisoft's announcement of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced on the PS5 offers the perfect chance to see why it's hoisted in such high regard. I probably should have... This is the only one I don't think I read through before we went on there. It says, a faithful remake which focuses on the original's core single-player adventure. The development team haven't only applied a fresh lick of presentational paint to Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but they've also looked at the quality of life gameplay improvements, conducting workshops for player feedback to ensure any changes didn't stray too far from what made the game tick. So what can we expect? Edward Kenway returns, of course. Captain Edward Kenway is central to the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, his story remaining the driving force of the game, performed by Matt Ryan, the character's original voice actor. Kenway is joined by his iconic cast of notorious real-life pirates, including Blackbeard, Anne Bonny, and Charles Vane. The Caribbean setting, as with its story, the luscious locations are all present and accounted for, with its bustling cities, dense jungles, and sun-kissed beaches spread across the likes of Nassau, Kingston, and Havana. And then Kenway's ship, the Jackdaw, was a big part of the original game, and rest assured, you can still set sail, engage in boarding parties and raids, and listen to the crew's jaunty sea shanties. Then, where is the release date? There it is. It says all that is just the start. There will be more info fired across the broadside in the coming months as Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced sails towards its July 9th release on PS5. There's some more they went into on this. If you guys wanted to read it, the link will be below as usual. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake officially announced. I feel like this has been talked about for years without any confirmation. The fact that they finally confirm it and it's right around the corner is great. So we don't have to wait that much longer. We're about 2 months away. So
yeah, like imagine if this was like coming like
next year.
27.
Yeah,
we
that
can't
would have
go
been
win.
insane.
It would be like, why even talk about it? Bro?
Yup. Yeah, Ubisoft doing weird Ubisoft things. Apparently, this was supposed to be announced on like the 20th, and then they pushed it a few days for some reason. And there was a website that I originally had for a recording last week that had the leaked release date, or they said they were able to give the release date like 3 days early. So this whole thing's been handled weird. They like quietly confirmed it in a blog post a few months ago that it was real and that they were going to talk about it eventually, but they never gave us when. And then, yeah, randomly last week, we got a deep dive trailer, and I think they've put out 2 more videos in the last week for deep dives into this. But did you play the original?
I did not. Honestly, like, what's interesting, like, just thinking about what's interesting is, like, the last one I fully played was 3. To be honest,
Oh, wow.
like, yeah, like, that was the last Assassin's Creed I played. I hated how they ended the Desmond Miles storyline. And
Man.
And so yeah, hearing Assassin's Creed 4, I know I have some buddies that swear by this game. Like, I know a lot of people I think swear by Black Flag being like one of the best Assassin's Creed ones. Maybe not. I don't know if it's the best.
It's,
Like,
I feel like, yeah, I
But
feel
they
like it's
might-
talked
they might
about as
have
the
another-
most, like, the best Assassin's Creed. And that's why it's had a remake wanted for so long. This is not one I played either, mainly because I'm really bad at controlling boats. I'm just gonna say fuck it and play it this time around. So,
It is launching at a $60 price point. So
yeah. I mean, that makes
yeah, it's
sense.
pretty normal. They are
Yeah.
calling it a remake too.
Yeah.
So that's a little interesting. Yes, I'll probably be waiting for reviews a little bit on this one. I'm a little bit more interested than I thought I'd be. Just like, I didn't watch more gameplay about, like,
Yeah.
how different does it really look.
I haven't watched anything on it yet. I haven't
Me
watched
neither.
the world premiere trailer, but yeah, you were saying with it being a remake, there are 2 things in here towards the bottom that I didn't touch on. It does say new chapters and storylines and new characters, so it looks like they've added content as well. So that's always nice. But I won't be able to tell what it is since I didn't play the original. But yeah, this is definitely one that I want to check out. I feel like July's pretty open,
Yeah.
so
Might be.
it shouldn't be too bad. I need to go back through and update my calendar because the only thing I have on it for this month is 007 and Lego Batman, and I know Mixtape comes out before both of those. But
Yeah, we say that before Summer Game Fest, and probably Nintendo Direct is probably gonna hit.
oh yeah, and we'll have a fucking PlayStation, well, not a showcase, but a state of play, I'm sure.
I swear, I thought that one was. I mean, they might fucking like be like people say rumor every month, but I swear to God, I thought there was a rumor for this month for a state of play.
Like an April state of play or a May state of play?
Yeah. Oh, April. Like, I swear there was like one rumored like 2 weeks ago, and just never happened.
They go live in like 15 minutes.
That'd be
Imagine.
Imagine tomorrow. Like,
Dog.
I'll be pissed. But yeah. What's interesting to thinking about, just looking at some of the pictures of the game, is like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed. This
Yeah.
looks like the Assassin's
It
Creed.
looks like Assassin's Creed. It's crazy.
Like the hoodie. Like, I remember. Like, no offense to any of the recent ones, but just like those ones.
I think
never really,
Mirage
like,
is the only one.
Yeah, like the Assassin's Creed look is one of the most
Iconic looks too. Yeah, and it's just so easily, like,
marketable.
yeah. But yeah, that should be a good one. I'm interested as well for sure. But that is going to do it for us this week. We will be back next week. We're going to get on schedule, especially with Summer Games Fest only being a month away now. Summer Games Fest is in June.
Yep.
I was looking at that yesterday. I was like, "Fuck! I need to request off work." Because I
Ooh,
know it's a Friday. You're already off, you loser.
yeah, definitely.
Fuck you.
Granted, I am working overtime tomorrow, but I'm usually off Fridays.
I know. I got a request off, and they're like, we're short staffed, so no one's allowed to have off right now." I'm like, okay, we'll see. Maybe
have that.
maybe it's just
Xbox.
maybe it's just long periods of time. Maybe I can miss one day. I do have launch day of First Light off, so I will probably stream that first day. But all right, yeah, that is going to do it for us today and this week. I'm glad to be back. Took a little longer than expected. I've been all over the place trying to help Pac-Man Jones, of all people, set up his OBS. Never got anywhere with that. I got to his house 2 weeks ago to set everything up. His monitor was dead.
No. His monitor was dead.
His monitor was dead.
What the?
So I couldn't do anything.
You know what?
And I haven't heard from him since.
He's asking a stranger to fix OBS for him, so like, that makes sense.
But that is going to do it for us today. We will be back next week. Not sure what we'll talk about. Whatever the news is, maybe we'll have a big topic. I don't know. We'll have to go through our log and see what there is. But that is going to do it for us today. I'm Austin, joined by Brady as always, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.